Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With your hip, man. We back. Let's get this shit started, man.
All right. Well,
What's
let's go.
going on, man?
Let's go.
I'm
Ain't
on
much
your
back.
time, baby.
Yes, sir. It's man. Well, let's say it's the beginning of 2025. We still in January,
Yeah,
second week.
yeah.
Some things already been starting like within our community, within our culture. And I would just like to say this I'm sure a lot of people joining on here know you, may know who you are. But if I share this further, if I get to put this on my YouTube, just to elaborate on for some people if they're unfamiliar with you, can you tell these folks some things about yourself?
Well, I'm a baseball man out the South Bronx. You know, uh, been there, done that. This ain't our first time. Me and Hip done chopped it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
About various
Sure
things. MU, South Bronx, Noriega, Jim Jones, different hip hop topics.
Yes, sir.
It's been a little minute. I took some time to chill.
Yes, sir.
Analyze, but I'm back making my rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I said, let me holler at my boy, let me holler at Hip. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
First and foremost, so I'm back for the 2-5. You know what I mean? And like you said, there's a lot going on. God bless the people in the LA.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get into all that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, well, I'm gonna start it off with something. I'm gonna say someone that from my understanding you're a good friend with. This week, Jim Jones, an interview of his came out, and some things that came across there when the gentleman interviewing him asked him about Camron and 50 Cent doing the interview, and they brought up Jim and the situation that was going on back when Jim was hot as fish grease and Cam and 50 were going through their rap battle stuff, and to me as a fan, Jim's response, it was joking. To me, he was joking, but at the same time, with all seriousness, as men, when we mention our man parts to tell a nigga get off my dick or something, or they on my dick, then it's like this ain't a joke, in a way. Like men don't really take like
Absolutely.
With all due respect.
I hear what you're saying. I mean, at this point, it's like for Jim, I think he had enough of, the jokes, upon his name, no matter if it's taken serious or not. You know what I mean? Depending on how every, people looking at it. But
yes,
you know what I'm saying? It's more or less, you gotta put some respect on his name. After all this time of grinding,
yes, sir.
He probably, wasn't as hot or big as Cam and Mase was when the game first started, far as Dipset and the Harlem MCs. But over time, he preserved and he led the race, when it comes to Dipset, and he made a name for himself. So, of course, you got to salute Cam from opening the door, but as men, we grow. We're not teenagers no more. We're not young men. We older men. We mature. You know what I mean? And he stood the length of time. All of them. Mase, Cam, Jim, 50. You got to salute them when it comes to the coach.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Because life is not easy. Every day 9 to 5 is not easy. So to excel in the hip hop game with all the different terrains and the different problems that could come with it financially, the violence, all your career and fans not supporting you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good MCs that the mass media is not supporting. So after 20 years, I salute my bro. Like Jim, a problem, man. You know what I mean? Fashion wise, hip hop wise, grit, etc. I spoke to him, briefly. He reached out to me first. I was gonna reach out to him. He said, man, these dudes not cut like me, man. They're not cut like us. And I understood where he's coming from, because you got to look at Jim as a guy who was protecting Cam for years, no matter what, and he's a hip hop artist.
Yes, sir.
So he can't risk what a street guy can risk. You can't throw it all away for what the stands are saying. You got to think this through, and as a rapper, Jim been through a lot. So I think he's only responding to put some respect on my name. You know what I mean? Y'all playing with my name, etc. You know what I mean? Everything's not a joke, and sometimes you gotta say what's on your mind. And I think he spoke what's on his mind, you know, and it went where it went. You know, his name's a household name.
Absolutely.
So people can say what they want. Jim Jones in the title, been rocking since DVDs. You know what I mean? He put that bird high, he rolled for the bird. So I try to stay out of it because they are brothers no matter what they're going through.
Right,
Family
exactly.
goes through things. And I try to stay, you know what I mean, out of the way of that. But Jim is my man. I salute Cam. He's a great businessman from my perspective. But Jim is my bro. You know what I'm saying? We got a good relationship.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, I stand with him, and that's how you feel. That's how you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I know in today's day and age, especially in this climate, where everything is content. So we got to have something to talk about. And, you know, sometimes the most, I don't know what word, outlandish thing you can say, or funniest thing you can say, you know, can go together. And, you know, we on for the week or the month or however long we want to take this.
Right.
So, you know, you'll have the troll 50 trolling him, you know, making posts, and, you know, 50 love to do that with anybody.
And they say all promotion is good promotion. You know what I mean? So to be on the levels, you know, of the 50 cents, you know what I mean, the Cans, and to be in media, 50 Cent is not going to attach itself to anything. He knows Jim has influence.
Yeah.
He knows Jim moves the needle. You know what I mean? So it's a back and forth thing that makes sense. You know what I mean? If you really think about it. And even when they try to say Jim, 50 used Jim used 50.
Exactly.
Jim is not smart. Jim is not stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The move was smart. I was there.
Okay.
I was there.
Please tell us.
So
yes.
when the I didn't know that they were really beefing between Cam and Jim. I know it was distance, but I knew when everybody else knew, far as, damn, this shit going somewhere else. I remember me and my man Small Paul going back and forth. Like, yo, Jim did some bullshit that's disloyal. I'm like, listen, man, you know, things happen for a reason. I don't really know the specifics, but hindsight's 2020, we see. You know what I mean? What's going on? So I remember the first when 50 called, it was a party on a boat. It was downtown. Joel's was there. Jim was there. That's when Joel's, he had the big white rose. The Locks was there. You know what I mean? That's the people I remember before we get on the boat. Slow Bucks was there. You know, and it was a move that made sense at the time. Cam and Jim is not seeing eye to eye. I got heat. I got bills. I got things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming off this song. Ballin' was a hit. Ballin' is probably, you know what I mean? And we could find the facts, is the biggest Diplomat song.
Right.
That doesn't take away from Cam, pen game, charisma, unique style.
Yeah, at all.
I mean, like I'm not a person that, because Kendrick and Drake beefing, that I gotta take a side. Kendrick is nice and Drake is nice.
Yes.
I'm not one of those guys that, you know what I mean? Because Beyonce, because Nicki Minaj and Cardi B not getting along, I gotta pick a side. They're both great artists, and I wish they could work together.
And it don't always,
you know what I mean? And this is what we got to get on. But in 2025, I think we on it. So I remember that night, you know, when it was on a boat. You had to take, it was like on an island or something. You had to take a boat to the venue. You know what I mean? I remember that. You know what I mean? And that was the first. That was the concert everybody's talking about. You know, and yeah, you know, and that was probably around 07, 08, something like that. It was like around that time, if I can remember.
I know. I want to say Ballin' came out like 06.
It was after the Ballin'. Ballin' was already hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was away from 99 state bid, and I did a Fed bid. So I was away. I didn't come home till 07.
Okay. All right. Well, you were there. So yeah, there you go.
After that, you know what I'm saying?
Sir.
And me and Jim was together for 3 years straight. He wasn't going on the show without me. You know what I mean? Sin City, everybody, you know what I mean? Jim will tell you that. I was with him everywhere for about 3 years straight. And we still have a good relationship, but for 3 years straight, we was together every day. We was best of friends, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And So I always take Jim's side, right,
Absolutely.
wrong, and different when it comes to situations. But like I told him, yesterday or 2 days ago, I spoke to him since him and Cam was going back and forth, and they're brothers.
Exactly.
So I just briefly told him,
Exactly.
you got the juice now. You know what I mean? And that's not taken away from
No.
nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Mm-hmm.
could be two people that's good at what they do. You know what I'm saying? Mason Cam is good at what they do. They
Yep.
jokesters. They like to play. They come from the basketball arena. You know what I mean? They
Exactly.
come
Right.
from that brotherhood. Jim is a little different. And that's what Jim displays. Jim displays grit. He's the grinder. He's the hard worker. You know what I mean? He has a whole different image. You know what I mean? And people want you to crash out. You understand what I'm saying?
But
And
they
they're
too
gonna
smart
put
for
you.
that. These brothers is too mature, too smart, too well of friends. And as you saying, from my understanding, Cam and Mase, that is what it is. That show is on fire. So they say they're going to address it tomorrow or Monday. So this whole next week, it's about to probably be some, let's take it up another level and
Yeah,
let's have
yeah.
fun
I
with it.
wanted to die out. Cam respond. Mace ain't really respond too much, but Cam is a jokester.
Exactly.
50 Cent is a jokester. So this is their thing. So
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna respond a little different than Jim's gonna respond.
Right.
They're gonna respond with gestures of their comedian side,
Yes, sir.
which is healthy at the age these brothers are at. These
True.
brothers is pushing 50 years
Right.
old. Let's think about
Right.
that. This happened almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's sportsmanship, it's hip hop. We keep it on wax. You know what I mean? And let's get a concert. Let's get a Dipset concert with the G Unit, with the
Mm-hmm.
Locks. You know what I mean? With State Property. You know what I mean? With these different groups.
Yeah.
So we kind of grown now. We the old heads.
Yeah.
So we got to make it make sense. You know what I mean? So that's what I see the outcome. Because one of the things I was thinking about is, damn, are we gonna get more concerts? Because this was kind of like the most outspoken Cam and Jim has been for a little minute.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, we still could get some shows because we got shows through all this. We had diplomat shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We just had the Locks and the diplomats.
Yeah.
The verses. So, and we know these brothers got catalogs, so we still want to see that. I want to see that.
Yeah, man, listen, fans want to see that. And this goes down because we know they're gonna keep this fun. And it's good content for all parties involved. Keep their names circulating for the beginning of the year. It's if these brothers are mature, like you said, they family, it's going to be entertaining. They may say some things that, whatever, but like you said, Cam and Mase is jokesters. Jim may be a little different with it, but they still family, and they going to make it make sense.
Absolutely.
I know. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I know. But thank you for sharing that with us, man. Because like you said, I knew that he's a good friend of yours. Now, something else I saw just the other day, I sent to you because I didn't see this on Instagram. I saw this on X, Twitter, whatever they call
it.
Yeah. And I was just like, yo, this shit is going somewhere else. And it has to deal with DJ Akademiks and Drake and now LeBron. Now, I want to say last week, I think Drake dropped something called the Fighting Irish Freestyle, and they said it was supposed to be towards LeBron.
Yeah, you put me on to that. I checked it out. I had seen it briefly, and then that's kind of messy. You know what I mean? Bro. For a man, meaning that okay, they saying academics are saying Drake was hooking LeBron James up with white girls, and we know the image of LeBron and his wife. You know what I mean? We got them as like good, upstanding, respectable people. So
we ain't seen LeBron in no trouble ever.
That's not something we should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Academics being on this nonsense.
Yeah.
And that's not for us. That's not for another man to be talking about what another man doing behind closed doors.
You were saying it very nicely. Big Bob, you were saying it very nicely.
Yeah.
If I say how I really feel about it, yo, I'm going to be calling people names. And
Yeah.
To me, the bitch in them knows no bounds after this
Yeah.
part.
And this is we doing bad. That's not it. You know what I mean? We could talk about sports, we could talk about streets, we talk about the hip hop, but that's not our arena. But I'm not surprised coming from academics. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Why
Yes.
are we broadcasting this? As men, we do men things, right, wrong, or difference. That don't mean hurt your wife or hurt your family or do something disrespectful. You know what I mean? But that's not the content we should be leaning to when it comes to exposing a man doing something by another man. So Drake dead wrong too.
And can I
Drake
say this?
dead wrong first.
Can I
You know what I'm
say
saying?
this? You are absolutely right. This is the other part. I'm saying this is what fucks me up about the internet now. DJ Academics, if Drake, you keep holding up for Drake, nigga, do you know you kind of implicated him in what the law could fuck around and try to put on Drake as like human sex trafficking? Did you
Right. You know what I'm saying?
think about this?
Yeah.
If them people really wanted to be like, oh, so you bringing in hoes for y'all to fuck, that's
Right. Right.
human
So you know
trafficking,
what I'm
sex
saying?
trafficking.
That's the danger where for
Like,
me it's like, nah, we not with this shit, man. You know what I'm
I'm just,
saying?
I'm just saying, like, did you think about that? All this shit ain't entertainment. Like, this is, yo, if them people want to get serious, you see Diddy right now.
Right.
They ain't playing with that shit. They will throw them charges on you and you be
Nah,
fighting.
that you gotta stay away from that type. You know what I'm saying? When I seen it, I'm like, nah, this is crazy. But
Bro,
that's up academic alley. You know what I'm saying?
yes, yo,
So you know what I mean?
I normally don't
Yeah.
even like to check out nothing this motherfucker does because he does this kind of bitch ass shit. I don't know what else to call it.
Nah, it is. He's a weirdo. I
Like,
don't know how he been around so long. You know, but now that Drake is kind of at a standstill, you know, he had Drake stand, and you know, it'll fade away. So, you know what I mean? I think this year is a lot of exposure, man. Everybody got to stand where they stand. You know what I
true.
mean? We can't be fooled at this point in the game. A lot of information is available. A lot of information is being
Right?
exposed. You know what I mean? 2024, we've seen a lot. And we starting this year off rapidly. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I mean? Right in front of our face.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that and was like, we gonna talk about some topics. What it just took me back, brother, so bad. I'm like, yo, how can you do this? There's so many levels to it. But even if besides this, you telling saying all this about LeBron and you know that messes up the stuff with potentially with him and his wife. Like, yo, if Drake your man, you know this is kind of implicating him in what the law might try to put on him as sex trafficking. Like, nigga, you don't think about this kind of shit?
Nah, I mean, you're 1,000% right. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
just
that's
yo,
why I look at it like that's topics I don't really deal with. You know what I'm saying?
I
When
don't
it
want you
comes
to,
to these
but
women, man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. And that's something I leave, you know what I mean? I leave alone because it's very
that's
fragile. You want to destroy a
absolutely
good man, you send a woman, you know what I'm saying?
yep,
So, you know, that's something that we gotta be mindful
yes,
about.
sir, yes, sir. We can't be talking like you're saying loose and reckless about it. It is something fragile. I love that.
Absolutely.
The way you said that. Yes, sir. Man, but you know, I don't like to call motherfuckers names as best I can, but I don't know what else to call that besides what I
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah. He out of pocket. He been out of
Yeah,
pocket.
yeah. And this I know for me, like this was like yo, this is a last straw. I normally don't even bring it up, but you know, moving on. Like you said, man, prayers and everything out to all of the families affected. Out California, LA, Southern California, man, it is just devastating to see that. I
Yeah,
couldn't
it's
imagine being
almost
out there.
unbelievable, man. You know, I seen a few images. I listened to an LA news report, you know, and a lot of celebrities, you know, lost their homes, you know. The Paris Hiltons, you know, I seen a handful of people, and I'm just trying to observe without, you know, throwing in a conspiracy theory
Oh,
or non-factual, you know, inspections of the reality because it's very biblical, you know what I mean, to say the least. You
mm,
know, and Islam speaks about that. You know, me being Muslim, you know, Islam speaks about these different things, but I don't want to go out, you know what I mean, and say it to that magnitude, but more of this is alarming. This is something that's we've never seen, you know, something that's destroyed so many acres, you know,
Crazy.
and you know, it's very strange to me, you know, and I look at it like it has to be some type of warning to mankind, you know, and I thank God that they were saying, you know, about the insurance companies pulling out. But I heard the governor or, you know, one of the officials out of California speaking, and they were saying that they're going to stop that. They're going to have the insurance go all the way to 2026, you know, for everyone in the area. Because that would be a tragedy if you pull the insurance on these $1 million homes. You know, a lot of people lost a lot of things. I see, you know, the guy that had the water hose and he didn't want to leave. He thought he could put it out. His sister left and he died with the water hose in his hand. You know, and
Fighting.
it's very devastating, you know, to see, you know, and definitely prayers to them, you know, and may, you know, God look over them and keep them safe and give them strength at this time, because it's definitely far beyond something I've seen in America. You know, and they're saying it's like what happened in New York to 9/11. That's how they're comparing to LA, the people that live there, you know, the residents, to see something such, you know, tragic. You know, my prayers is out to them.
Yeah, just straight devastation. Now, you brought up the conspiracy things. I'ma say it, because I'm a half conspiracy theorist kind of person.
You know, I dig it.
I do not believe in coincidences, and I'm gonna say this on the level of not believing coincidences. It's supposed to have the Olympics, I believe, in LA in another couple years.
Right.
Now, if when they clear all of those homes and properties and things out and happen to build some Olympic structures in those areas, now I'm gonna feel I personally would be like, okay, this was on purpose. That's just me personally.
Yeah, it's a million ways to look into it. Now I understand that, because you're gonna have that where they're trying to make LA a particular city in the future, and this goes along with it. And they say someone was arrested, that the fire was set by someone, you know, and that's very deep. You know, if this is connected to some type of agency or some type of conspiracy theory, that would take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, some bigger agenda.
There's a lot of things going on, you know, like New York. They got congestion pricing. It costs $9 to go past 60th Street inside of Manhattan. Anything under 60th Street, 59, 58, 57, to get there, you have to pay $9 in a car. Other vehicles like trucks are even more. So you can't go past, this just started January 1st. You can't go past 60th Street inside of Manhattan without paying.
You got to pay just to drive through.
You got to pay to go past 60th Street. Okay. So, you know what I mean? To go to 42nd Street to 30th Street. So it's for like 6 in the morning to like 9 in the evening. And it's cost effective to different employees. You know what I mean? And, you know, these are fees everybody got to pay. You know what I mean? This is unheard of. To have, it's called congestion pricing. To have, this is on a regular street. This is not, you know, on a highway. I mean, this is not
a bridge, like a toll.
No, exactly.
Going through a tunnel.
And it's electronic. It automatically charges you. You know, so if you have an easy pass and you know, we got the plate readers.
Yeah.
So we're far into the future. You know what I mean? Man. So it's important to tap in and learn these things. And this is why one reason I'm coming back to content, because digital currency is important.
Absolutely.
You know? And this is the world we're in. We're in a digital thing, you know.
Yep.
So with the LA fires, you know, to bring it back home is like it can be, you know, and time will tell. And I understand people that have the different thoughts and theories of the reality. Who can you blame? Because America has a lot of secrets. You always find out later this was done because of that. They told us one thing, and the reality was something else. You know, so we gotta stay diligent and investigating and being able to understand where the information is coming from, who it's coming from, and what's the weight of it? You know, can we really believe it? But we, to each his own. We got to use our understanding to our ability, you know, and that's how I feel about it. But definitely blessings and praise to
Well,
LA.
well,
Most
also with that, my one of my questions I wanted to, some of your thoughts on it was something that I had heard in an interview, with some gentleman, just a random interview. He was like a former whatever, I don't know. He had been in their prison system, California prison system. And he was talking about since the 80s and 90s, and they had a program where they used to let them go out and be like fight
Yes,
wildfires. So they
yes,
still doing that now.
yes.
Now I don't know if they get paid or if it it goes towards their
Yes,
time being cut down.
yeah, about 800 California prisoners um, are currently fighting the fire. I think they were paid $10 and change, under $11, but over $10 they were being paid. When I was in Maine State, and I went to different work facilities they had in Maine State, and they had firefighters. They take you up in a helicopter, you jump out the helicopter straight, go down a rope, and you'll be volunteer firefighters. So yeah, I've heard California let 800 prisoners out, and they paying them approximately $10 and about 50 cents. And I mean, we're gonna look at it as a society probably as free people. They should pay them more. But I know the guys that's in the prison, that $10 stretch way longer than we think.
True.
You know, and some of them guys, you know, they're gonna appreciate it. So it's almost like, you know, what can you do? What can you say? But they need all the help. You know, there's been a lot of different politics surrounding the fire, as far as the water, and the mayor was on vacation in
Dang, I ain't even
Barbados or something
know
like that, and you know, and different budgets were cut, and you know, and it's amazing that they know these things can happen in that region.
they happen
You
every
know, the
year.
Malibu, the Hollywood Hills,
Every year.
and it's very scary. So it probably was someone setting this on fire, you know, because they didn't see it coming. You know,
Right.
sometimes you know that, oh, it can happen, but you know, Allahu Alam,
Yes, sir.
God knows
Yes,
best.
sir. True indeed. I just remember seeing an interview with a gym. I said, oh dang, yeah, they have been doing that for a long time. So,
Mm-hmm.
to hear that, and I was just I wonder, like as you said, when they were, I mean, I guess if they're not gonna take time off of their sentence in any regard, yeah, give me the money, whatever it is, because
Absolutely,
commissary
absolutely.
is very necessary.
Nah, man, indeed, man. You know, that's why we gotta keep this focus. We gotta keep pushing. You know what I mean? And this year, man, it's like this is the year of a lot of things gonna be revealed, man. I just want people to stand where they stand. You know what I mean? That's
Yes,
how
sir.
I'm feeling on this 2025. You know, it's like everybody stand where they stand, man. You know, you can't really tell nobody something that they don't know already. You know what I mean? If you was a foul guy for the last 20, 15 years, you're going to be a foul guy. So I have a decision to move around you or move with you, you know what I mean, to get bit. Or I move away from you to save
Yes,
myself. You know what
sir.
I'm saying? And that's the lesser of what's going on, you know? And I think that's, you know what I mean, like how we started the conversation dealing with Jim and Cam is more of everybody standing on, I mean, like we can't play the I was just playing or I ain't mean that. You know what I mean? It's not like that. My bad. We passed all that. We've been doing that.
We know better.
My bad, my fault.
Yeah, we know better.
And, you know, me having entitlement, me getting mad at you for something you didn't do for me, but nothing you did to me. You know what I'm saying? And men gotta be men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we
Yes.
gotta honor employment. You know what I'm
True.
saying? It's okay to go get a job. It's okay to go get a career.
Yes, sir.
So a lot of these people that's bitter and mad is people that don't want to do nothing for themselves. Everybody can't make it to the NBA.
True.
Everybody can't be a rapper.
At all.
Everybody can't be a millionaire entrepreneur. We all got to play our part. And if that's what's in your cards for the future or present, then let that be. So a lot of these beefs and these disagreements is men abandoning their role as men. You know what I mean? And woman is taking care of them, their homie taking care of them, their man, and you have expectations for someone else to do for you.
That's the quickest way to be disappointed.
If I gotta go work at McDonald's, I gotta work at McDonald's. If I gotta become an executive at Apple, I gotta become an executive at Apple. Do what you can do at that time and take accountability as standing on your own to learn that lesson through that journey.
You made me think about something. I have a discussion with people every now and then about things that we need less of and things that we need more of as in careers, as in people, you know, occupations, what they can do. Like you said, let's be honest, dog. We don't need no more basketball players because everybody damn sure ain't gonna make it. We don't need no more rappers. Forgive me, we don't. Even though I'm a fan of all that, but let's be honest.
Right.
Yo, in my opinion, we need people in legislation and political powers where they can pass laws and judges and things of people in our community that can relate and make moves for laws for people in our community. That's the only way to me that we can achieve.
We need versatility as a people, you know. Yeah, we got the ball players. They can do other things. They can use their voice. We got the entertainers,
Ain't enough.
that can use their voice.
Ain't enough.
You know, for those who's on that time.
Yeah.
You know, Ali promoted, revolutionary things. Michael Jordan may have not as much. That's just, that's just how it is. So we really got to stick to what we can do. You know what I mean? And we have seats that need to be filled in government. You know, we have seats that need to be filled in the military roles. We have seats we need to be filled that can make a change, from police officers, probation officers, parole, Supreme Court, and these different factions, tech institutions, technology fields. You know, when it comes to the AI and the computers that's going on, the robots, we need to invest. We can't keep being the consumer of Nike without investing in Nike, Apple without investing in Apple. Hip hop needs a stop. Hip hop needs, you know what I mean? We need to have these groups where if this particular guy is running this certain mutual fund or investment firms, let's get with it, because we should own rap. We owned it, we gave it away, they controlled it, and we're in a position where we don't get our just due. We don't get the amount we should be getting off these streams, etc. So we got to come together, and we're gonna keep complaining all the way through. So we got to take responsibility and make these changes. You know, you have brothers that do, but it seems like the guy, the criminal, or the gang member, or the guy that can be tough or look tough is going to get more credit than the intelligent guy. But we know the intelligence is superseding right now, because this is who's making all the money. From the streamers who figured out technology to, the guys that understand where to put the money. So we got to know where to put our money and put our time, and we're there. So we gotta really come together and stop the back and forth, because that's what the powers that be and the enemies, they want us to argue. They want us to be separated. So, salute those, the young and the old, that's really pushing the revolution, far as education, far as the AI, far as the political warfare that disenfranchised people suffer with. And marginalized people suffer with. We got to continue that fight of unite, education, standing for something, organizing, and make things happen. That fight don't fight. You know what I mean? That fight don't stop. We still have that same fight. Salute to the brothers of the 60s, and the revolutionary brothers, all around the world.
Yes, sir. Quick question. I'm not trying to get in your business exactly, but I think I have an idea. So you are into investing.
Yeah, I invest. Yes.
Okay, I ain't trying to get in your business, specifically, but how did you get introduced, or what turned you on to that, and how did you educate yourself?
Well, I'm born at Harlem Hospital, so before I knew what investing was, and getting a return on interest or profit, seeing what we know today is a drug game. And since a child, I was inspired by these figures. This is